It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially...
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Fowler. Well, he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Richards. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Richards throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The solid stiff arm, shedding the tackle, and gives him some room. inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Coup now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He juked him. He's still on his feet. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 26. 48 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Richards. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richards. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Fowler. Complete, Smith has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Off the play fake, Fowler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. First down, Buffalo. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fowler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on 2nd down. Fowler. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Richards. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Barrow. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. As they've got it as we resume action. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Barrow. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the Bills' 47-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, Merritt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 55 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richards. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again, Richards. A little short one there, caught by Likely. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from the home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
They'll look to throw again. Throw, and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On second down now. Merritt, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Richards. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit. This might be the case. Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Richards throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richards. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that 1st touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Fowler. He finds his man, complete. That's Pineda. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Fowler.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Off play action, Fowler. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Richards. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Richards. Powers through, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw, Richards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Looking to throw, Richards.
Into the hands of Darden.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. And he will find his man on the outside.
And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again, Richards. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills offense now for one final time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Off the play fake. Fowler. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. That's Pineda. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Fowler. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Well, and that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Richards. And a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Barrow, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw. Richards. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On first down, Richards. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Richards.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
And the Bills 1st down.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. They find some open field here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The gun. They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So 2 lead changes already in this 3rd quarter. One side takes the lead with a field goal. The other takes it right back.
And I'm starting to get the feel that it's going to be this way all the way to the end. I hope you feel the same way because in this particular game, these two are evenly matched. Let's see how it turns out.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Off play action. Richards. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 42
Back to throw. Richards. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, Richards. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
It's now 2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fowler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Fowler over the middle to Smith. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bills' first down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Throwing on first down. Fowler. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Fowler Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
182 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to Dawson Knox.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richards. That ball caught by Harrison. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Barrow. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Narrow. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
To throw on 2nd down. Richards.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Richards. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. Now, loose football. The ball comes out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Richards. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Richards. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Richards. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be caught by Darden. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's back to throw. Down inside the 10. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. For a Steelers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for their team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
What a start to the season. This has been back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now 1st and goal. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Taking it about the 16. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want with football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Richards. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you. Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Third and 12.
Looking to throw. Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And the Bills getting set to go.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back to throw. Fowler. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Fowler. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground to 10. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Bills, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Buffalo, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.